welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about grocery shopping. Now I know you guys love my grocery hauls, but today is a little bit different. We are talking about the 10 foods that I buy every single week without fail at the grocery store. So you will always find these in my kitchen because they are staples that I eat basically every day, if not every week. So I'm really excited to hop right in. And before we do, make sure you take a second to pause and hit that subscribe button down below. I'm trying to get us to 500,000 subscribers. We're almost there. I love that the HealthNut family is growing so quickly. So thank you so much to everyone who's already subscribed. I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday here on my channel. So I'm excited to hop right in. So without further ado, let's get into the 10 foods that I think you need to buy every week, or at least I love to buy every week. All right, so I'm gonna just hop right in. This is by no means like in a particular order. These are just the things that I buy every week, and it was actually really easy for me to put together a list. So hopefully you guys find this video helpful if you're just looking for new inspiration on foods to pick up at the grocery store. So first thing here is some baby spinach. So I usually just buy it in the containers. We can't really get organic spinach in the bundles that aren't in the plastic, but I do recycle these, and I love me some baby spinach. I always buy organic when it comes to greens because you aren't peeling it or anything, you're just eating the whole thing. So I always make sure to get organic so I know I'm not consuming, I'm just trying to lower my pesticide exposure. And you guys know I love my green smoothies, so I'm always adding so many greens to all my smoothies. You know, every week I get baby spinach, but I will always switch things up and get other greens like kale, romaine, arugula, but at all times I have baby spinach because this is my go-to. The next food I always pick up at the grocery store is bananas. These are a staple. They're great for freezing to add into smoothies. You can make banana bread out of them. You can just have them as a snack with some nut butter. You can make a fruit salad. I mean, it is just healthy fast food at its finest. Like, you just grab a banana and you just hit the road. You are good to go. And I just think that they are a staple. I love bananas and I pick them up every single week. The next item I always pick up are eggs. I feel like these are such a great staple. I mean, you can scramble one up for breakfast, you can add it to baking, even for lunch. I love doing like a quinoa and bean stir fry and popping a fried egg on top or on avocado toast. Once you have a fried egg on top of something, it just completes a meal, and it's just a really great, quick, and delicious protein source that I always have on hand. And we usually just buy a huge batch of them at Costco. You can get the organic ones for a reasonable price. And I wish I had a farm with some chickens in the backyard, but I don't right now, hopefully in the future. But for now, I'll pick them up at the grocery store, and I always look for free run or organic. And I like to get the brown ones just because I think they're pretty, but white ones are great too. I don't think there's any like correlation to the color and the quality of the eggs from my knowledge, but yeah, they're always in my fridge. So come on over, we can make an omelet together. All right, next item. The next item I always pick up is some unsweetened nut milk. So every week it looks different. You know, usually I'll get something that's like almond or oat milk. Sometimes it's coconut milk, but I always have some nut milk, always unsweetened, because it's just, you don't need that extra sugar. And I add this to smoothies, to my tea or herbal coffee in the morning. I add it to omelets. I'm trying to think what else, even baking. This is such a great milk substitute. I don't know the last time I bought milk, like regular cow's milk. This is like my go-to. I don't really drink milk by the glass though, so I just, you know, will add it to things, and I just really like it. In a perfect world, I would make my own, and I do on the occasion, but otherwise I like to purchase it and just look for really good quality. I usually try to find organic, unsweetened, like I said, and ones that don't have too many additives. But honestly, unless you're making it at home, it's hard to find ones that are just almonds and water and sea salt, but I try to find the next best thing. The next item is cucumber. I love cucumber. I think it's so refreshing. It's crunchy. It's a delicious snack with some hummus, but I specifically love to add it to my smoothies. I feel like I first started to add cucumbers to my smoothies a couple of years ago, and I thought it was like a really weird thing. I thought I was being so adventurous, like adding cucumber, and now I just do it every day. And I just think it's really hydrating, adds like some extra water into your smoothie while still making it creamy, and I just love it. I mean, there's nothing I can say, you know, bad about a cucumber. I mean, I already took, if you guys know, if you know Hashtag cucumber condom. I love you. You guys can comment down below if you know that. You know those like plastic wrappings that are always on cucumbers? I think that is the weirdest thing. Apparently, it keeps them fresh longer, but I peeled mine off, so sorry, can't see it. But anyways, love me cucumber, and what else? It's even just good on a cracker with some goat cheese. You can't go wrong with a cucumber. Okay, I'm gonna put this down because it's getting weird. The next item I always have on hand is some bread, because you just gotta have bread, you know? I don't eat bread every day, but I always have it on hand because you never know when you wanna have some toast to dip in your eggs, if you're making avocado toast, if you are making a sandwich. And what I do is I will just put it in the fridge or freezer to make it last longer. And I don't really buy a lot of bread. So I'll just buy like one little loaf, a good brand, and one that has like lots of nuts and seeds in it. And I always check the ingredients to make sure, you know, I know everything in here. There's not too many preservatives or sugars. So you gotta watch out for that. So yeah, I mean, you can do obviously gluten-free if you're gluten-free. I'm not gluten-free, although I eat a low gluten diet, but I'm usually getting some kind of like sourdough, multigrain, rye. What else is there? I don't know, one of those, you know, sometimes bagels, who knows. But they're delicious, and I like me my carbs. So, Chloe. The next item I always have on hand is ginger. I recently have been really only buying organic ginger. I just have noticed such a difference in the quality and the taste. It is a different shape. It's a lot smaller than the normal one, and the taste isn't as like bitter. It has still like a spicy kick, but it's just a little bit more delicate. I love it. I add it in like a huge chunk into my smoothies. I'll grate some into my stir fries. And when you buy organic, you can just leave the skin on, because ginger is grown in the ground. I believe it's a root. And you wanna be careful when you're buying things that are a root vegetable that they are organic, because they are absorbing the soil and all the nutrients and pesticides that are in the soil. So I like to buy organic, and I usually, like I said, stir fries, smoothies, tea. It is anti-inflammatory, it's immune boosting, and I just love it, specifically around this time of year. I just can't get enough of it, and you will always see it in my fridge. The next item, lemons. Love me some lemons. Lemon water in the morning. It's a great way to start your day. You can use them in salad dressings. You can just, you know, spritz some over top of some steamed veggies. There's just something about some fresh lemon juice that just makes everything delicious and just like brightens up a dish. So I always have them on hand, and I just think that they're delicious. So apparently lemons actually have quite a bit of sugar, even though they taste sour, but I love them and I eat them pretty much every day. Next up, apples. Who doesn't love an apple? They're just like a staple fruit, just like bananas. They are just great to grab and go. It's just like nature's natural, healthy fast food. I love them, and I love that they have, the skin is delicious to eat. You get lots of fiber and nutrients from that. Inside is delicious. I mean, I leave the skin on. Do you guys peel your apples? I always eat the skin. And I just love dipping it in some nut butter. It's probably one of my favorite snacks that I eat most often. And I will sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon on there, sometimes like hemp or chia seeds. And it's delicious. It's such a great kind of afternoon pick-me-up, and the crunch is delicious. I also have been so addicted to adding it to my salads. I actually just added it to, if you guys haven't watched my winter detox salad, it's delicious, and there's fresh apple in there. I'll link that one down below, and they're just, I mean, there's many other things you can do with apples. Oh, apple crisp, yum, delicious. So get yourself some apples. They're delicious, and they last quite a while. You can put them in the fridge and they'll last a couple weeks, which is nice, because sometimes I buy fruit for Matt and I, and like we can't eat it fast enough, so now I only buy certain amounts, and so I know we're gonna get through it. All right, last but not least, this one here was a hard one to pick, because there was a couple of ones that I was like, well, I'd buy this too, but this has been a recent favorite that I've been picking up every week because I just can't get enough of it, so I decided to add this in, and they are sweet potatoes. So same as the ginger, I've been only buying organic sweet potatoes because let me tell you, they taste so different. They're so good. I feel like they're more, like the color is more vibrant inside. They're sweeter. They bake up so delicious in the oven, and I like the size too. They're a little bit smaller, so you can, they're more like portioned out. And I will just roast a few of these in the oven for my meal prep, and I will stuff them for a quick lunch, or I will slice them and roast them as well, like kind of sweet potato chips. and add it to a salad. They're just delicious, and obviously sweet potato fries. So they're just delicious, and I've just been adding them to everything that I can and eating them every week. So I thought I would share them. There you have it, Health Nuts, 10 foods I buy every single week without fail. I would love to know what 10 foods you guys buy. Leave me a comment down below. I would love to kind of compare my grocery list with you guys. And if you guys want to see a part 2 of this, let me know. I can either do like a freezer food one, a freezer foods I buy every month, or just like another 10 foods that I buy every week or every month. Let me know. I'll have like a poll here that you guys can pick on which one you want to see next. And if you guys aren't already subscribed to this channel, be sure to click that red subscribe button down below. I post every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays here on my channel. And if you guys aren't already subscribed to our In a Nutshell weekly newsletter, you can do that also. There's a link in the info box. We send out weekly emails right to your inbox filled with updates, what's going on, some freebies, some exclusive content. So make sure you guys are following us there as well. And just thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a fabulous day and happy grocery shopping. Bye guys.